Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now in today's video, going to be using Meliodas for the first time I think I've ever used him in ungeared, and that is with this team here. Now, looking at this team, you're probably like, oh my god, he actually leveled up BENIMARU, and yes, ever since I've pretty much had him, he's just been sitting in the box level 60. I honestly never thought I'd use him until one day, I think it was on like one of Nog's comment sections, someone said you should use Meliodas with Sigurd and BENIMARU, and Nagato being someone who actually doesn't have BENIMARU, he never did the showcase, so I figured why not. I'm not sure if anyone actually took the liberty of doing so and actually getting the showcase done, but I figured, hey, I have BENIMARU, we'll level him up, we've got a couple of spare pendants, and we'll have a look at it. So if you guys don't know what BENIMARU does, his first card here inflicts weak point damage equal to 300% of attack on one enemy. The second card here decreases defense related stats of all enemies by 40% for 3 turns. The ultimate inflicts damage equal to 560% of attack on one enemy, decreases skill ranks, then depletes ultimate move gauge by the number of skills decreased. And last but not least, the passive increases the hero's damage dealt by 3% per hero skill used. Not the greatest passive, we're pretty much entirely using for this card here to coincide with the Sigurd passive. Jumping over to the closet here, pretty much all of his free-to-play costumes. I do believe he had like 1 or 2 paid costumes, but I didn't really spend money on the game when he came out. So yeah, hoping this team can do all right. He does, of course, have really good, utility with the Sigurd passive. That one being at the beginning of ally's turn, for every enemy affected by his stat decrease effect, applies a buff on himself, or a buff on all allies, which is 10% attack for 2 turns, up to 3 times. So Sigurd also has a card that does the exact same thing, but it's Extort, which basically just steals all stats. So same effect, they both, proc Sigurd's passive. But last but not least, if you guys don't know what the Trader Meliodas does, first card here inflicts amplified damage equal to 450% of attack on one enemy. The second card inflicts pierce damage equal to 250% of attack on all enemies. The ultimate removes buffs and stances from all enemies. It then decreases all stats by 15% for 2 turns. Inflicts cleave damage, which does not result in a critical strike, up to 468%. And last but not least, the passive. Every time allies use single target attack skills, all of the hero's stats are increased by 6% for 3 turns, stacking up to 5 times. If 2 or more single target cards are used in a turn, allies damage is reduced by 8%, stacking up to 40%. So really strong passive. I've had to read that out a whole bunch of times. Jumping over to the closet here, he is entirely maxed out. Not going to show the gear because obviously it doesn't really matter, but we are running Barn in the back. Barn or the Green Zeldris work, the Fesecutioner Zeldris, just because of his passive with the whole debuffs on enemies, but I figured we'll chuck Barn in the back just in case he does come to the front, we can get a bit more use out of him. So yeah, this is the team we're using today, and let's jump right into it. And I'm honestly super keen to see what BENIMARU can do, and also what Meliodas can do in ungeared, because like I said, pretty much the whole time we've been using him, it's been with Ludo passive, it's been with Death Pierce, it's been with, Kyo, all that kind of stuff. But stripping him back all the way, looks like we've got a real player here from the emote. Give him one back, and we'll start off with the 2 debuffs, and we'll go for an AoE. We'll hold on to the single target card just because we can get the amplify effect in the next turn. Let's see, what are we expecting from the AoE? I mean, hey, that's still pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that, that's for sure. Once we get these buffs coming through as well, along with the debuffs on the enemy, granted, most of these can be cleansed with the Estarossa passive. We should be alright though. Granted, we can't get a whole lot of buffs, like we're kind of capped out at that 3 and whatever ones Meliodas can get from his passive. It is still a couple extra buffs. Granted, they are attack buffs as well, so it does, count a little bit more than just like the all stats or any other kind of buff you'd get. Let's see, chucking up the Estarossa there. Can we potentially just kill him in a single target card? I reckon we'll go for it. We'll give another emote back as well. Yeah, look at that. The second Meliodas crits, it is just devastating, and we got the forfeit. I do really hope they give BENIMARU some kind of passive support, because his passive only supporting him is definitely like a really bad thing. Even if they just changed his passive to the point where the percentages were just a tiny bit better and it supported everyone, honestly that would be a huge game changer for the character. The fact he has the weak point single target, just due to the fact that his stats are so bad, it's never really going to do an awful lot of damage. And as well, with Margaret one not around, debuffs can so easily be cleansed, all that kind of stuff. It's not too big a deal. You're running the King team, he cleanses with his ultimate, stuff like that. So weak point at the moment isn't really a strong card. However, there are some characters that just have a single card in their kit that isn't that good at all. but their other card, their passive, everything like that really helps him out a bunch. Getting some good Meliodas cards here. I might try and see just how much damage you can do in one of these matches. If we're like really, really far ahead, I'll go ahead and do so. Yari on the right there. We'll go... might single target Barn just because I'm that positive in our ability to kill with the AoEs. Let's see it. Wow, critting Barn as well. Jeez, I'm definitely glad he stayed alive there so we can see the full damage of the AoE. 150,000. I mean, I'm not a person that plays ungeared a lot, so I'm not sure how like super impressive that is. Put me in geared and I can know all the numbers, but there we go. Look at that, back-to-back forfeits. And if there are any teams you guys would like to see me on, by all means let me know in the comments down below. Really interested in trying some of them. Let's see. I mean, we do have the 2-star single target right off the bat. We might as well. We'll go 1, 2, and see if we can get King right out of the way. Granted, it is just a tad bit of a waste, but it is kind of nice just to see pretty much everything we can pull off with the team. I reckon even if we double crit there, we still would have been just short, so it's alright, it's whatever. Hopefully we can draw another single target maybe. Perfect, yeah. You can use the PS card to break the shield, whatnot, which, I mean, is the whole reason they put it in his kit. A lot of people downplayed the fact he had a PS card originally. I feel like Meliodas, especially on paper, so many people were like thinking immediately, there's no way he's going to be as good as King. I'd honestly say whoever you think is better is entirely up to you. I can't stress that enough. They're both such insanely powerful units. Who cares who, like, whatever you think is better. Also, did I not debuff him that turn? Oh well. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, we should have the 2 buffs right about now. Absolutely cleaning up that shield though, goddamn. The fact he has the... oh, that'd be why he cleansed it with Breath of Bliss. Yeah, those extra resistance buffs might give his King that tiny bit extra just to be able to tank. Not looking too good. The fact they aren't going to be very tanky at all. Granted, you know, we can't put the HP defense set on them. I mean, even if they die, we'll have Barn and Meliodas in the front, which are like top 3 strongest characters in PvP at the moment, so we should be fine. Granted, Barn might have a little bit of a problem with Margaret. If we can rush an ultimate, that's pretty much game. The fact that they gave Barn the Amplify effect at 6/6, still to this day, is just absurd to me. I don't know why anyone thought that was okay. Like, so many people when it happened as well were so like annoyed at the fact of getting the Meliodas ultimate here as well. If you could give me a PS card to break that shield, that would be just gorgeous. Or a Heart Crusher. That also works. And so we got 2 stat. The like all stats buffs. Let's see if this can kill. We do have the Holy Relic for Barn as well, which does help out. Really? Not killing the shield for King and Margaret there. Okay. Getting rid of the Gotha, that's alright. They are both super low as well. And if he doesn't cleanse here with the Breath of Bliss, we should be in a pretty good spot. Can rush Barn ultimate as well, yeah. He can remove buffs though with the King, which is kind of annoying. That'll just mean we'll have to not use the gift card and get the ultimate. Instead, we can use like the single target melee card. Like, that's the thing. It gets to the point where like, as long as you have like 2 really strong units in your team and have them fairly built out, you can pretty much just joke around with the other 2. Like, that just goes to show how powerful these units are. They're completely carrying this team with like, what, an almost 2-year-old unit. Actually, on the JP version, he's probably 2 years old. This is the BENIMARU I'm talking about, by the way. I really don't have to take that Margaret ultimate to the face, but it's just gonna have to happen. We'll go 1 and 2. Please 1-tap the shield. Actually, yeah, no, what am I saying? It's a PS card, of course it is. Okay, getting rid of King there. If we could have someone tank the Margaret ultimate, that'd be ideal. Very unlikely, though. I mean, if we could, like, going for Meliodas, okay. I mean, it's possible. Yeah, wow, look at that. That's something, huh? And tanks the melee single target. Jesus, you're so absurd. Okay, I think there's only really one play to go for here. Rush the Barn up, get the gift card up. It doesn't matter that Meliodas is dying. Can we get a forfeit? 3 forfeits in a row. One hell of a way to start off the video. Or you can just 1-tap with the Barn ultimate. It's up to you, my guy. He's gonna play it out. Goes for the Breath of Bliss. Buffs his Margaret, giving me the extra Amplify. Watch Melee survive it as well. Nah, I'm kidding. There was no way I was going to survive that. Okay, making Barn just that tiny bit stronger once again. Please let me get off the ultimate. Please. And please actually kill Barn. Actually, no, there's no way he doesn't, right? What, like 300,000, 400,000? Yeah, look at that, easy money. I also went ahead and I actually got paid this afternoon, and I went ahead and bought all the like cosmetic upgrade bundles and whatnot. And just looking at those, the value you get out of those are so good. It's like what, 12 bucks for like 50 SSR pendants and 10 gems. Ridiculous. 300 cosmetic upgrades for like what, 30 bucks. If you spend any money at the game, I would recommend go ahead and buying those straight away. It's just way too worth it. Going up against a Meliodas Escanor, yeah, that Pierce card, so goddamn strong. I don't think there's any way, especially in ungeared, I don't think there's any way he kills a Meliodas right off the bat. Also, speaking of ungeared, Red Escanor, there's been like a whole lot of play with Red Escanor at the moment. I'm going to do some showcases with him, especially alongside the Trader Meliodas, and them being two units that benefit a lot from the OG Red Arthur. I did just recently get just enough cosmetic Holy Relic materials to actually get the Holy Relic for him, so do expect that in the next coming days. Let's go. Ooh, this is going to be nasty. We'll throw the 1-star off on you first. We'll go 2 and 3 just to get that little bit of extra damage. Only 1 crit against Escanor, that's alright. We could double crit against Melee here. 1 tap, please. I mean, even 1 crit will do just fine. Get rid of the go through as well, yeah. It's absurd. If he doesn't actually get the forfeit here, we might throw out the Benimaru card and see. I was going to show off his damage. I am still yet to do the stages 13, 14, and 15 for Tower of Trials as well, so I'd probably say expect that in the coming video or the day after that. Really, I haven't actually had a look at the rewards yet, so hopefully they're not too bad. Starting off with this one again. Only thing is, especially when testing out Benimaru's damage, I want to get as much as possible. Having him, I suppose it is a level 80 Gotha actually, might help out. Just Gotha is such like a tanky character, even for how old they are. Does have the... Why not? We'll show it off. If we could get a... that's whatever. Throwing it off out as well is actually a single target, which will help Melee get an extra buff. Not like he really needs it. If he double crits on Meliodas or Escanor here, I'm pretty sure that's a 1-tap right off the bat. Still have to invest into my Sariel a little bit more. I still want to 15% his rolls. Look at that. Look at Sigurd tanky and ungeared. Just no crits from Escanor. Almost dead there by the Meliodas. Let's see. We'll throw a single time. I mean, we do have the attack boss as well. From Sigurd's passive, we'll go 1. And I think getting rid of you is top priority. Escanor, not a unit we really have to worry about anymore. I mean, if he could crit, if we could have like a Death Pierce in the back or something, what if, that way we're not just getting 1 showcase out of him, we go Death Pierce in the back, Ludociel and Halloween Gotha, and we just try to use Death Pierce as like a full damage deal. Because like if you could get the merge off turn 1, rank up Benimaru, throw out the, what's this card called? Rising Dragon Strike, I swear that's what the attack should be called. Throw out the Rising Dragon Strike card, it'll be a 2-star card, it'll get however much % decrease, and then we throw out the 3-star Fire Slash. Surely that can do some good damage. Honestly, I reckon on some lower CC players, might be able to kill right off the bat. We'll just have to wait and see. I still have to build UR gear for him as well. That's just so much investment though. Oh. God damn, you are not surviving this though. 1, 2, and 3. Goddamn, I mean, hey, I will still do 1 more match, but this one was an absolute just carved him up. We maybe get some nice crits on Escanor as well. Goddamn. I don't know what to say. King and Meliodas, the debate on which one's better, I feel like is definitely up to you. But personally, I just find Meliodas so much more fun. The single target card is just amazing. And onto our final opponent, another Meliodas Escanor team. And actually getting out CC this time. I feel like we've been doing a pretty good job, even with the slightly lower CC, out CCing everyone. Usually sit around like close to, or just on that 200,000 CC mark. Let's see. Also, if you guys made it this far, let me know down in the comment section below, what is your highest CC team? Whether you're sitting around like that 300 mark, 240, 270, 330. I'd be interested in letting me know where you guys sit at when it actually comes to the game. And Meliodas is getting absolutely carved into though, Jesus. I mean, the fact you left him alive, that's your mistake. We're gonna wipe out his Meliodas here. We don't want to have to deal with him anymore. 1, 2, and 3. The fact they gave this guy such good lifesteal as well. Oh my god. Never mind, we aren't doing any damage either. What? Has this man got like a death pierce or something in the back? I mean, maybe it's just the Gotha in the middle. I mean, granted, we did still get a whole lot of life back, and we rushed the ultimate as well, which is really, really nice. Ooh, if he doesn't manage to kill here, that could be devastating for him. Please don't forfeit. I'd really like to get off this ultimate, or just kill my Meliodas and ruin my afternoon. Yeah, look at that. Escanor just doesn't do damage. Honestly, that attack where we threw out the weak point into the Gotha, we ended up doing more with BENIMARU than he is doing Escanor into Meliodas. Oof, yikes, those crits are nasty. Yeah, there's no way this guy hasn't got a death pierce in the back. There we go, and that just about does it for today's video. I mean, hey, super, super happy with how BENIMARU went. If you guys would like to see me do a showcase with him, even if it's just the same thing we used here, but with UR gear, in geared PvP, by all means let me know, but that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe, it really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.